he was ready to marry, but I wasn't. I wasn't ready. It's a different picture entirely. Who you are going to be laying in bed with has a physical, spiritual, emotional effect to it. You could marry someone that would ruin your destiny, your life, your future. So it is something that you have to be patient with. I don't think there's any perfect person, but you can make that person perfect for you. So, hey loves, and welcome back, guys. So, in this video, we're going to be answering a very important question that I feel like a lot of people who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s are kind of thinking of. And it's something you think of before you get married or while you are on that journey. And that is, how do you know when is the right time for marriage, or if he or she is your Mr. or Mrs. Right? And that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. I'm pretty excited about this one because I'm going to be sharing with you guys my own experiences, some things that I kind of did, things to look out for, things to check for, and things to also reflect on as an individual. Because again, do remember that if you're someone who is kind of on that journey, you are an individual and your partner is also an individual. So you have to kind of reflect on yourself and then reflect on your partner as well and see if it's something you want to go into. So we're going to be kind of diving deep into this, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys my story. And yeah, if you guys are interested, stick around and let's get right into this video. Again, my name is kelechi mgbemena. If you're seeing me for the first time, hello, hi, welcome to the channel. I hope you stick around, subscribe to the channel, stick around, and let's just have fun. So in case you guys are a returning subscriber, you definitely have noticed and you can see that your girl is putting on a red lipstick. This is giving me a lot of life. I hardly do this because I like to stick to the classic, and that's like the neutrals. And you guys can see what I'm wearing, pretty much browns, neutrals, and all that. But today we decided to be bold about it because now I feel like we're on that journey whereby we're taking like bold steps, and I know that you're about to take that bold step, which is why you are here today. So this red color is for you. So now, before I divert back to today's topic, how do you know when you are ready? When is a perfect time? Is there a perfect time or a perfect age? And how do you also know if your partner is Mr. or Mrs. Right? I want to start off by saying that there is no perfect time and there is no single sign. Ugh, that just rhyme. Oh my god, I just did. And yeah, there is no perfect time. There is no single sign. It's a decision that you have to carefully make, right? You're not going to be looking out for a sign dropping from the sky, or rain or sunlight or something that says, or a signboard that says, now is your time, go for it. No, it's a decision, and a decision is made based on options, based on things that you have to reflect on and critically analyze. So let's backtrack to my own personal story. Before I got married at the age of 27, right? And that was 2 years ago. So in case you guys don't know, I'm 29 now. Hi, I'm almost clocking 30. I feel like nobody ever knew my age, but in this video we're just going and we're just sharing because, you know, marriage, I feel like sometimes could correlate, and people associate marriage and the right time to marry based on age. I married in my I don't know if I should call it my late or mid 20s, but I married at 27. I'm currently 29. I've been married for 2 years. And let's be honest, growing up as a young girl, we all had that expectation when it came to like marriage, finances, you know, children, and living your life in general. Now, personally, at a very young age, I wanted to be someone who worked in a bank because I feel like that was where all the money was. I also wanted to have 5 kids. Yeah, because I came from a family of 5. I had like 4 siblings. I'm the last out of 5. And lastly, I wanted to get married at the age of 23, latest 25. So I had all those vision. I had that plan, and I saw myself getting married at the age of 23. I had my own financial goals. Funny thing is, when I met my husband, now then boyfriend, we dated for quite a while. We dated for about 6-7 years before we got married. Yeah. And I feel like after the 3rd year, he was ready to marry, but I wasn't. And one of the things that kind of held me back and held me down was the fact that I wasn't ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready. I had already created a plan in my head of where I would be by the age of 23, 25. However, that plan did not really come out. I did not live up to that plan as I had expected. So I had my own financial goals, like I said earlier on. I wanted stability, and I wanted security, not from someone else, but from myself. I wanted to be stable mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, which was very important to me and is still very important to me. And I wanted to be secure with myself, in myself, and with what I have and who I was and who I am going to be and who I am as well. So those were kind of like the things that I wanted, right? And while we were dating, we would have all this like, those marriage conversations that you just have with your partners, and you guys will talk about what your wedding will be like, what life will be like when you're married, how many kids you wanted. I mean, we wanted 4 kids. Now I don't know how that's gonna happen, because we have 2 and we're already like overwhelmed. But we just had those fantasies, right? But fantasies are different from realities, because fantasies, it just goes on in your head. But when those things come out of your head, it's a different picture entirely. So I wanted security, I wanted safety, I wanted to find and discover myself. I wanted to know that I could stand by myself without leaning on someone else, right? I'm not saying leaning on someone else is a bad thing, right? But I wanted my foundation to be strong. So that way, when I lean on someone, in case I bend a little bit, in case that other person needs to also lean on me, I can also stand, because I found my foundation, I found my feet, I can stand, I can support you, and you can support me. So we're both independent, we're both pillars that can stand and help build our building, our home, right? So that was my own foundation. Those were the things that I wanted. But see, when people ask, is he my Mr. Right? That question is so valid. And the thing is, without you asking, deep down, if you're watching this video and you've ever asked that question, you know if he is and if he's not. And it also boils down to what I said previously. You have to reflect on the past, reflect on your current relationship, the past relationship with your partner. I'm not talking about your ex-boyfriends or your ex-girlfriends. I'm talking about your current partner who you foresee a long-term relationship or marriage with. Kind of run through what it's been like, see what it is like, and use that to estimate what it will or may be like in the future, and see if you see yourself in that situation happy, at peace, fulfilled with that person. And that is only how you can make that decision. I can't make it for you. Your mom can't, your dad cannot, your sister, your friend, your best friend. No one can make it for you. We can only have an input into the decisions that you're going to make, but you make the ultimate decision, because it's your life, it's your future, and you have to be deliberate and very delicate about it, because again, it is so sensitive. Your first 20 years is just a fraction of your life on earth, right? If you're going to live for about 80 years, 20 years is just a quarter of it, right? So you need to really, really, really think down and deep into what your next 60 years is going to be like with your partner, with your family that you're going to build, right? Okay, so another important advice I would give to anyone who is about to make this life-changing decision is that you need to see your partner's demons. I say demons, it sounds scary, but what I mean is basically see the bad sides and all the angles to your partner, right? Don't be scared, and you guys have to be open about it, right? Do not marry someone who you've only seen the good sides. Oh my god, he's an angel. Oh my god, they are faking it. I consider myself to be a peaceful person, but I can snap, and I snap like this if you push me so hard, right? My partner has seen that side of me, and I remember when he saw it, he said he was in shock. He was like, "Ooh," and he calmed down because I was somebody else. I was different, right? It could also be my bad behaviors. I mean, a lot of people have bad behaviors. See all the sides to it. Have a full and holistic picture. Don't just see one side and close your eyes and your nose and your mouth to the other sides and say, okay, no, I don't want to see, and ignore. No, you want to know all their traits, whether it's bad, it's good, it's evil, see everything. And then with having that holistic picture, you're able to make a sensible decision, right? You don't want to have only half of the story. You don't want to go into a relationship with someone who looks nice, seems nice, but then if you look deep down and you see all the sides, you realize that he is a woman beater, he is involved in domestic violence, or he does money rituals, or he is fetish, or whatsoever it is. You want to be able to see all the sides to a person. See who you are going to be laying in bed with has a physical, spiritual, emotional effect to it. And it could be good, it could be bad. You could marry someone that would ruin your destiny, your life, your future. And you can also marry someone that could make your future, your destiny, your life be better, be positive, uplift you. So it is something that you have to be patient with. There is no right time, there is no right age or whatsoever it is, but there is you making those decisions based on yourself and based on your preferences, right? No one can make that decision for you. Okay, having said all that, I'm going to share with you guys some signs that you might be looking for when it comes to knowing your readiness for marriage or for being in a committed relationship, right? And the first one, and obviously the most important one, I wouldn't say the most important one, but the first one has to do with emotional readiness. Are you emotionally stable and mature enough to go through that experience and that journey with someone else? Or are you someone who is, just getting out of a toxic relationship? You're not stable emotionally, you're going up, you're going down, you're not mature enough to handle. Listen, marriage requires maturity. You need to feel safe and secure with yourself and with the person that you are going to be with. And this is so important. If you feel like when you're with your partner, you are emotionally drained, you are emotionally unhappy, you are frustrated, then you need to rethink about your current situation. However, if you feel like you are emotionally safe and stable and secure and at peace with someone that you foresee a future with, then maybe that could potentially be something that you want to really invest in. When I say invest in, consider a long-term, forecast prediction with that person, right? So that is something that you have to kind of figure and reflect on. Next up is compatibility. You need to also figure out if you are compatible with your partner. And this is something that you kind of figure out while you are still dating, courting, while you are still building that relationship and you're getting to know each other. You're sharing your values, your opinions, your ideas, your future with yourselves. As you are going on this journey, you might tend to have similar views and similar opinions. However, they don't necessarily have to be the same views and the same opinions for you guys to work together. As long as each individual, each partner respects the other person's ideas, opinions, thoughts, then that is amazing. As long as you guys can create a safe and healthy environment whereby you can both work together, in as much as you might have different opinions and different thoughts and different beliefs. You might have disagreements, you might fight, you will argue, it's normal. But the question is, what happens after all of that argument and disagreement? How do you work through it? Is it toxic, or do you find a way of communicating? And if you're able to find that peaceful and common ground between you and your partner, then yeah, I think that would be amazing and that would be awesome. There should be some sort of stability within that home, right? Financial stability might be something that you want to look out for. And for me, I didn't care about what my partner was bringing. I don't want to know how much he's worth, right? That is amazing, amazing. But I am focused right now, before I'm getting married, on what I'm bringing to the table and what of value, like, I need to build myself. Yeah. So if you're someone who is considering that and you're thinking, oh, am I ready? Is it time? How do I know when it's time? Are you financially stable, and is your partner financially stable? And if he is and you're not, and you think you're ready, how can you guys find a balance so that way it's not like one person is superior over the other, because it kind of breeds room for disrespect, for see finish, and all of that. Can you afford the basic things of life? Can you afford to feed yourself, take care of yourself? Because again, if you're marrying, you are necessarily taking care of someone else. You are, or you might also be taking care of tiny little human beings later in the future. And these tiny human beings are pretty expensive to maintain. Let me tell you that now. When it comes to financial stability, it is dependent on each party. I can say being financially stable might mean having $1 million a month. Amazing. Someone else can say it could be having $1 billion a month, right? So you have to determine what stability financially is to you, what it means to be financially stable. It could be just being able to afford the basic 3 square meal or 2 square meal a day. And the last thing is your circumstances, your life circumstances, and your stage and the phase that you are at. Now, you might be at that stage whereby you know deep down that you are ready to be in a committed relationship, but you just need that push. You need that proposal. You need that someone or something that could say, hey, it's written on stone. Kelechi is ready. Jennifer is ready. But that is the question that you have to ask yourself, right? What is your circumstance like? Are you ready? Do you think you are ready? Can you handle what is to come and yet to come? And how do you see yourself handling it? Everything I've said now, kind of put it together and see if you can kind of work a vision and see if you can kind of visualize everything I spoke about and see, okay, do I think I'm in that space now? Do I think this is the next step? Or do I still need to keep building myself and our relationship as well, right? And the thing about finding Mr. Right, I'm just going to divert because I think I've said everything I want to talk about. Mr. Right, Mrs. Right, perfect person, the perfect guy, the perfect girl, the one who ticks all our boxes. Listen, I don't think there's anything like that, because again, perfection is such a broad word and it could mean so many things to so many people. For so many people, perfection might be having a lot of money. For so many people, perfection might mean someone who really cares and shows emotion. For another person, it could be someone who has an amazing accent and looks handsome and beautiful at the same time. What you need to focus on is finding someone who you're compatible with and who you deem to be perfect for you, and then build on it and keep building on it. Because the thing about relationships and marriage is that you can't just build once and then you're done. You have to keep building every day, every month, every year. It's a non-stop thing. You have to keep pouring into it and building and strengthening it from all dimensions and angles, right? Whether it's financial, it's your relationship, it's every other thing, emotions and all that. I don't think there's any perfect person, but you can make that person perfect for you. Okay, so I think that would be about it for this video. I wanted to end up on the note that all I've said is or should be a guide for you when it comes to finding that perfect partner, knowing if it's the perfect time. What I want to say is trust your instinct. Trust your instinct. Know that you are the most important person. Whatever decisions you're going to make is going to affect you and your future. Your future is so superior to what you currently have going on. Whoever you think you are now, wait till you see yourself in 10 years. Right? So have that in mind when you're making these decisions. You feel free to seek advice from people who have successful marriages, but take their advice as a guide and not as an instruction, right? Because sometimes I see like parents mislead their kids into marrying for their own selfish reasons. It could be for status, it could be for monetary benefits, it could be for relationship benefits. Oh, that's my best friend, I want your son to marry my best friend's daughter. Okay, so take their advice as a guide and not as an instruction. Okay, loves, we have come to an end of this beautiful video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed having this conversation with you guys. Let me know down in the comment section what other topics we can and should talk about on here. I definitely love talking about this because it just makes me reflect on my life. And so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, make sure you stay fabulous, make sure you stay blessed and amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.